This week on Viewer Takeover, we're going to talk about the very first episode of Without Parole Games, The Litter Box.
Scratch, litter, poop.
Yeah, totally.
Berry.
We're also going to talk about our
Stink.
most
Covered in litter.
least favorite video game accessories.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, just because we're obsessed with it, we're going to talk about PlayStation VR more.
Oh, weird.
Right? This is Viewer Takeover. Here we go. Every week on Viewer Takeover, we scour the comments and the questions in the comments, around the comments in the questions. I've had, again, far too much espresso.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Never
I'm
again.
Like sweating.
I'm sweating right now.
You
Caffeine.
guys are going. I can see it.
Oh, yeah. No,
I'm
that's
not-
the thing.
There's like a vein coming out of my
And
ear.
There's
Not.
still like a ton left.
Oh, gimme.
No.
No.
We scour the comments and we,
Ew.
and then we, an enemy.
Anonymity.
Don't hurt yourself, dude.
My God.
Starting over. No. So every week on Viewer Takeover, we let you, the loyal viewers, the Game Cats,
Meow.
let's take over the show. And then, so if you want your comment or your question read and discussed on the air, comment below this video right here.
Down there.
Good or bad.
Anything
Whatever.
you
Not at all.
want. Yeah, and as you'll see this week, it doesn't even have to make any sense. It could be anything. We'll
Yeah.
Could be anything.
get there momentarily.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of anything,
Oh.
can I just interrupt you on
Hey.
this entire show real quick?
Yeah.
And just go to what happened to me today, and I've been dying to tell you. I was sitting in my couch next to the open window.
In it?
I was gonna say.
I was sitting on the couch. The
okay.
window was open, and I was leaning
Yeah.
against it. I was actually playing guitar, and I started hearing this weird noise outside, like screeching. So I stopped playing, and I'm like, what is that noise? And it's like screaming at this point. And I'm like, is that like is a child getting murdered? Is there a cat fight? What is
Well,
happening outside?
One of
It's
those two
really,
things
it was
happening.
really like one of those. It's like either a cat fight or a child getting murdered. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, what's going on? And I'm
Do I
looking,
get involved?
and I'm looking. Well, yeah. Do I get involved at this point? And I'm looking out the window, and now, mind you, I just moved freaking into the country.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I moved, and when I say I moved into the country, I moved into the country, and you will find out soon enough why I say this. So I look out the window, and this lady is walking down the street. I shit you not, holding a fucking
Janis Joplin?
pig.
You're like,
Holding a pig, walking down the street, and this pig is like squealing so loud, like rah, rah, rah. I can't obviously make a pig noise,
Oh, I
but
think
it was
you
insane.
could. Please try
please
harder.
try again.
Please try. Oh my
Let's
gosh.
wait. Let's take a break from your story. Let's all try to make a pig noise. You start.
Oh, I can't make a pig noise.
Come on.
Like I could do a.
But no
Yeah,
squeal?
no. See,
No,
but it was
I can't
like
do a squeal pig.
All right, go ahead. Carry on.
I don't know. That's all I got. But yeah, so and there was like a leash on it, and she's like carrying it, she's like struggling, and I see her like open the car door and put it in the back seat and
God,
shut
was she
the door.
kidnapping this pig?
I don't think she knows how
So-
leashes work. Like,
Yeah,
you don't
maybe
have to
not.
You
carry
don't
it.
have to carry it, and this pig like
Jeez.
freaking out, completely freaking out, and then she just gets in the car and drive off, and I'm like, did I just witness like a pig napping?
Really?
Like what just happened?
Is this woman built like a tank walking
so
down the
weird.
street with a pig, or was it a small pig?
It was a pretty decent sized pig. I wasn't full grown, obviously.
Bacon for days.
Bacon for
Oh, really?
days. And then I just sit there in silence for like maybe 2 minutes staring at the window in disbelief. And then I pick up my guitar and go back to playing. Like, all right,
Jeez.
totally normal.
Wow.
That's my story. I had to get it
Welcome
off
to the
my...
country.
Welcome to the freaking country, huh?
Yeah.
Holy crap. People walking down the streets with pigs.
Yeah.
Anyways, this week on Viewer
Squealing
Takeover...
pigs.
Wow. I don't think anything in Viewer Takeover even compares to that.
No.
Right?
You should have left that in the comments.
I should have
Yeah.
commented below.
Right?
I
Commented
am on the
below.
honor system.
All right. Well, since we just heard Michelle's awesome countryfied story, I just
Yeah.
have a feeling that every week that Michelle shows up to the podcast, she's
I'm
just,
going to have a new story.
Yeah, that'd be neat.
I just feel like she's gonna get just a tiny bit more redneck every
Oh,
single
yeah.
time. Like she'll start developing a drawl,
Maybe, yeah.
right? Like yeah, you'll
Combing
see.
her hair out, and maybe like putting
Combing
a
my hair
ponytail.
out.
Right after a couple of years,
Yeah.
we're just gonna like start
All
like
the
start
dreads.
editing like little bits and pieces of podcasts together, and you can
I did
see
wear
the slow
flannel today.
decline of Michelle
Just
Varricchione.
gonna start going to church, you know?
Wow.
Yeah. Everything's gonna be different.
This is why Jason Sellers doesn't watch anymore.
Aw.
Oh, we haven't
Jason.
seen him in a while.
Well, he hasn't commented in a while.
We've never
but
seen him.
I think he's
True.
he probably gets sick of me hassling him about a video game true and false
did,
list.
yeah.
Jason Sellers, goddammit. Oh God. Where is your true or false list? Okay.
He needs nothing
Why don't you read the very first one? I don't know how to pronounce that name, so good luck.
We're all counting on you.
McCoo.
Okay.
Litter Box Episode 1. Thank you for your honesty here and your game reviews. I wish everyone be like when you talking about games and critic, and I'm pretty sure
Okay, not like a
Whoa.
robot. Pretend like this person has a voice.
I was just reading it exactly.
do your best.
All right. Thank you for your honesty here and your game reviews. I wish everyone was like, I'm just going to fill in, was like you when talking about games and critics, and I'm pretty sure that you're a good person too. I love VR games, but try to explain how you feel inside the game to someone who never tried. Try to explain like the Matrix without taking the red pill.
Yeah. So here's the thing with that. It's obviously one of many, many, many amazing comments we got today on, or today, Jesus, 4 days ago at this point, on the very first episode of our new show, The Litter Box.
Yeah.
Really, I didn't think anybody was going to watch The Litter Box.
Yeah.
I didn't
And yet,
at all.
here you all are watching. Well,
The outpouring of support that, like, it was crazy.
Yeah, it's great.
Absolutely crazy. Everyone came out and everyone had said these great things like this, and they're all in full support of Without Parole Games, the way we do things here, our PlayStation VR reviews.
geez, it wasn't even up like 9 hours, and it was just
It's crazy.
already
Crazy.
over the
Yeah,
top.
nuts.
It's definitely one of the most popular things we've ever done on the channel, which is phenomenal.
Cool.
So thank you very much for your comments, all of you.
Yes.
We really appreciate it. And if you have more that you want to talk about in terms of the Litter Box or PlayStation VR, make sure you comment below. But I do want to say the last thing. Well, first of all, Jules Miku, whatever. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. First, they assume that I'm a good person. Next, I love VR games. But trying to explain how we feel inside the games to someone who never tried is like explaining the Matrix without taking the red pill.
It's an interesting way to
Right.
describe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think from way before VR was released, we all knew that like Sony and Oculus and all these companies had an uphill battle on their hands.
Yeah.
Like, how do you try to tell somebody through a commercial on television?
know.
Right? It's like trying to sell you a 4K television when you're watching TV on a 1080p. You're like, hey, this is the difference between 4K and 1080p. And you're like, well, I'm watching on a 1080p. I have no idea what the difference is.
Yeah.
And so when you see a commercial and someone puts on a VR helmet,
And you're like,
and then you still see a flat screen, you're like, well, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's
it
amazing.
looks like it's gonna be cool. They're acting like it's cool, but I'm still seeing the same thing.
Yeah.
If you have a PlayStation VR helmet, let somebody try it. Because that's the only way that
Spread the fun.
Yeah, totally.
it's really it's
Spread the
word of
fun,
mouth.
spread
I
the
think.
word.
Yeah, and that's what we're doing here.
Yes.
We're spreading the word
Spreading
Yep.
the word.
Like herpes.
Like butter.
on menus nationwide. All right, you get this one.
You mean the next one?
Yep. Indeed, the next one.
Indeed.
Indubitably.
Thank you.
Indubitably delicious.
I'm getting real tired of sharing my brain with both of you. There's not a lot of room in here.
But it's so much fun.
Ew, it's so hot.
That's
It is
from
warm
all
in
the
here.
espresso.
Yeah.
It's the espresso. It's getting warm in Worcester.
The lights.
So Holiday
lights.
South writes underneath Litter Box Episode 1.
Yep. Here we are again.
Try not mainlining try not mainlining some hot H before you make the video. Probably help a little.
That's funny.
A little.
So is
Sorry.
Holiday South implying that I'm using heroin?
It seems like it, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think if that's the case, the podcast would be drastically different.
I
think
don't-
so.
Be pretty much
I
like
don't
this.
get it, and I think I
You'd
feel like
be
that's a good thing.
And he'd be like,
Saying
And
try
that'd
not
be it.
mainlining some hot heroin H before you make a video. Probably help a little.
yeah.
I don't know where this comment came from. This was the strangest comment we've gotten
Yeah,
in
I
a
saw
very
that,
long
yeah.
time. And I was like,
Okay.
I don't understand, but thank you for your advice.
Yeah.
Right. So again, you don't even have to have comments that make any sense.
Yeah, don't
Post
matter.
them down below.
We'll still read them and talk about them.
Apparently
Right.
we will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Holiday South.
Yep.
Number 3.
True.
All right. Jay Benson. There he is.
Hey, Jesse Benson.
Viewer
All right.
takeover.
Whoa. Oh, hey, before we, Jesse's got actually a substitute game for us to play for video game True and False. He's super duper busy with work, but he wants to make the game as best as it can be. So he asked me, he's like, do you want me to send the game as is? Because he's actually going to mail it to us. Or
An actual game?
he's going to send us games with descriptions and stuff, and I'll explain it all in a future episode.
Really?
But he actually has to mail us
Treat.
stuff, and he wanted to know, do you want me to make this game, send it the way it is, or do you want me to spend some extra time with it and then send it in 2 weeks once his like super hard work weeks are over? And I was like, you know what? Take your time. Let's do it. Let's make this cool new game the best it can be.
Yeah.
So Jesse Benson, thank you so much for
Awesome.
Really.
for being innovative and kind of turning video game True and False on its head. Hopefully, we'll all enjoy playing the new Jesse Benson version in a few weeks.
Interesting.
But he had a comment.
Yeah, he did. What are your most and least favorite video game accessories? Holy moly.
Ooh.
Let's tackle some obvious ones first.
Like shitty ones?
Like,
Anything
should
on the
we start
Wii?
with the Wii?
Yeah.
Everything on the Wii was
Everything
shitty.
on the Wii.
Anything on the Wii. Terrible.
Yeah, the drive wheel,
Yeah.
the
Mario
golfing
Kart,
thing.
Zapper. The fucking Zapper.
No,
That was-
but why were all these things terrible?
Because
there
they
was
just...
no need for them.
Yeah, they were inaccurate. They blocked the sensor. They made it just really a chore. And trying sometimes to force it into
In
those
defense
accessories.
of the Wii, though, the joystick was a good move. The little handheld plug it into the joystick thing.
Yeah.
You know?
You mean
Also
like
for
the
Mario Kart.
controller
The
that you
nunchuck.
could...
Yeah, the nunchuck.
Oh, the nunchuck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But all these things
works.
that you're listing off for the Wii, the reason they suck so bad was because they didn't actually. There was no mechanized anything in them. You're just
Yeah, you
literally
just connect it.
putting your Wiimote
Yeah.
into a piece of plastic.
Yeah.
You're like, well, this is totally unnecessary.
Snapping it into a fucking tennis racket.
That
You
in.
know?
Yeah.
Then you're trying to like shoot zombies and it's like, oh, it's not in properly. Go back. You know.
Yeah.
Right?
I feel a game cat coming on.
Yeah, there's a new member
Hey,
of the
Kiva.
Without Parole Games family.
Yes.
Hey, come on up.
She distracted me a little bit before.
Come on, Kiva. Come on.
I swear there's a cat under here.
There's really not. We're just fucking with
Yeah,
you.
we just, anyways.
Well, we can't derail the whole podcast while we wait for her to decide what she's doing.
Diva.
Well, the Power Glove, I think we mentioned.
Yeah,
for
the Power Glove.
That was total garbage.
Yeah.
And it was so heavily advertised.
Oh my god.
In The Wizard,
Yeah,
right?
The
With
Wizard.
the Fred Savage
We've
movie.
discussed this, yeah.
Yeah.
The episode's back.
And
Yeah.
but that advertisement worked.
Yeah.
Because I remember being a kid, being like, 12 or something,
Yeah.
and having everybody be like, "Oh man, I wish I had the Power Glove. I wish I had the Power Glove."
Yeah. It was expensive too.
It was expensive and it didn't work.
Yeah.
There's a documentary. Actually, it's not a documentary. It's on YouTube somewhere. Somebody made kind of a mini documentary about the history of the Power Glove, and it's amazing how much technology was initially supposed to be in this thing,
Right.
Yeah.
and it wasn't even supposed to be for
looks
video games.
Really cool though.
See, is it
I mean,
proof? Hey.
get it. It looks awesome. It looks like it should work great, but
Yeah, and even if you find one now, they're usually broken. They don't come with like all the thing it's supposed to have. Like all the what's happening.
nothing. There's a cat and we have ADD.
Come on.
Not a chance.
Yeah, no.
Um,
No, okay.
So it was
There's no cat here.
Yes.
We're
We're still
we're
just
all
fucking
tripping.
with you.
Yep.
tripping. Maybe you should lay off the H.
I should probably lay off mainlining that hot H.
Yes.
Yes.
You know what I really like for an accessory?
What?
I don't know if you've ever spent. There's
Hello.
a
See,
cat
we
here.
told you.
Right?
Proof.
Here, come on. Come up here.
No,
So
go to the
for
allergic one.
Right? You want me to?
No, that's
good
fine.
accessories,
So for the Vita,
yes.
I don't know if you ever played a Vita for a really long time before, but I don't know if it's the shape or the form or whatever it is, but if you play for too long, like I swear to you, my right hand goes numb.
Really?
And I constantly have to be like, like get the blood flowing to it and
Right.
stuff, and like, shaking my arm and doing this kind of thing,
You're like, "Let's
make the
do
blood
this."
flow. And so there are these simple plastic like things that like just snap the Vita into,
Oh,
and it
I've
becomes
seen those.
feels
Bigger.
suddenly more like a DualShock.
Yeah.
You know, with like with triggers and DualShock.
Yeah.
And
That was a
and
throwback.
it really really helps.
Yeah.
You know, especially like if you're playing in bed, like you know, playing above your head, or like you're like it just
Mm-hmm.
feels better. And I recently just took my Vita out. Probably 2 years it's been sitting in this little plastic accessory.
Yeah.
And I took it out just so I can finally put it away in like the little sleeve that it came with, and I was like, this feels so wrong. It looks naked without this accessory that I've been using for years.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a good one.
My favorite, and I'll count this. I am going to count it.
Yeah.
A battery pack for the 360, controller. Instead of putting AA batteries in there
Yeah,
every
you can just
few
charge
weeks.
that shit.
Yeah, just put that thing in there. Best $20 I ever spent.
You said 64. Also with Wii, they did that too.
They did, yeah, but I
Yeah.
didn't bother with that shit for that
I
fucking piece of shit. But yeah,
Yeah.
they did, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Does this count? VR headset?
Yes.
Yes,
It
I could
does.
say yeah.
Number one favorite VR headset.
Well, that's funny, right? Because when we first thought of this topic, or when I first mentioned that Jesse sent us this topic, you were like, well, obviously PlayStation VR, and I was like, well, that's not an accessory. I was like, no, just because it's really expensive, it's totally an accessory.
It's an accessory.
It's like more expensive than the console itself, but it's
Yeah,
need
'cause
the
it's
console in order to play it,
it's
therefore.
useless.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is the coolest accessory probably ever made.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, well, we had other ones listed on here. So, Guitar Hero stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
People
those
love that
plastic
shit.
guitars.
Yep.
It was pretty cool though. I had
People-
fun with it.
yeah, people
I had so
liked
much
it.
fun.
I love the original Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
I was.
I might be allergic to cats too.
Oh, I'm totally allergic to cats.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, well, glad we're all on the same
Yep.
page here.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
When the very first Guitar Hero came out, I don't know if I bought it or my parents got it for me for Christmas or whatever, but it was just so cool, you know, and I loved it because I play guitar, and I was like, this is actually not that bad. You're flipping up and down for and doing the whole button. I mean, I don't know why I'm explaining it. Anybody who's
Yeah,
watching
yeah,
this
everybody in
has
the world.
used a Guitar Hero
Right.
controller. But I remember my roommate Danny was always giving me shit about it because he was like, I don't understand the point of a Guitar Hero guitar if it's not teaching you how to play real guitar. And I always found that fascinating that he couldn't wrap his head around just having fun with
Fun
something.
game.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? He also had a problem with Dance Dance Revolution because you're not really dancing. I was like, this is true, especially when I do it. It's
You're
a
like,
mess.
Yeah.
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 Ooh, Dance Dance Revolution pads.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
dance.
fun.
Those were deadly. If you think about it nowadays, how could they release those?
Right.
So a slick,
Yeah.
slippery
So
surface
slippery.
on a rug.
Yeah.
It was. The,
What?
I
Yeah.
always wanted, and there was a
God
brief amount
forbid
of
you
time.
wore socks to play.
Doom.
Right?
Oh yeah.
Total doom.
There was
Doom, doom, doom. Zim.
Doom.
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 Doom. Why are we saying Doom over and over?
Because
Well, Doom because wearing socks on Dance Dance, and
Is
then I made
Doom.
a Invader Zim reference.
Oh, right on. There was a brief amount of time where I was. Oh, went right over my head. I've seen like one episode of Invaders.
I've never
Right.
seen it, so I had no clue.
Fair enough. All right, wrong crowd.
It's so good, and for whatever reason, I
It
just
is.
never went back to it. Same with like Rick and Morty. I watched like half of the first season, never went back to it. Getting back to Dance Dance
Getting
Revolution
back.
pads. For a brief amount of time, I really wanted to spend like $200 and get 2 of those like almost arcade,
so-
Oh,
can-
so you could do the whole.
Absolutely.
right? Like the professional DDR pads. Oh, I'd kill for a couple of those.
Right.
So you could be like Scott Pilgrim and what's his name in that movie when they go there and they do the thing all the time.
Did he just say Scott Pilgrim and what's that movie?
No,
Like,
not
you
that
mean-
girl.
What's his
You mean
name?
The
I
girl.
thought you said what's that movie? I was like, you mean Scott
I
Pilgrim
forget who
versus the
he
World?
went with. It was the
What's
Asian
that
girl,
girl?
right? What was her name? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't know them.
I don't know. I don't make Asian jokes anymore because we finally got Ben Duong back, and I don't want to lose him.
Yeah, it's not a joke. It's just the name of the person.
I know, but I don't want to make any jokes. The Sharpshooter.
Oh fuck! Yes,
This
stupid.
is the PlayStation 3 thing.
Yeah.
Again, like the like all the Wii accessories that you snap it into.
Yeah.
But at least this had some mechanical stuff going on.
It was well built.
Yeah.
I'll give it that. But SOCOM, it was stupid with it.
Yeah.
What else? Killzone.
Killzone 3. I
Yeah.
played through the entire Killzone 3 campaign with move controllers in the
Yeah,
sharpshooter.
I remember you saying that. Yeah.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm also one of those guys that still likes the original PlayStation Move games.
Okay.
Like PS3 Move stuff was, I found all of it fascinating, and a lot of it was garbage, but I still loved it. I don't know why.
Remember the PlayStation 2 that was just, when you break the bubbles?
Oh yeah,
That game.
it was like the Kinect before the Kinect.
Yeah.
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 Also Kinect,
Connect.
Garbage.
Oh my God, that's right. How could we forget that?
right?
Now, just because of the microphone,
There's
it
so
serves
many
its purpose,
accessories now.
So
Oh,
I could be
like
like,
the new-
Xbox on.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
wait, you got to say Cortana, right? Cortana on.
So you say Cortana?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Because my
Why, what'd you
Xbox
say?
turned on when you said Xbox on.
Did it now? Well, maybe Xbox.
I haven't updated in like years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are
we-
we be like, it's humanizing. It's like you got to be like, hey Cortana, go to sleep.
Hey Siri.
Really? Fuck Siri, by the way. She pisses me
I
off.
turn her off.
You can do that?
You don't turn her on?
Oh, she's.
Yeah.
You can eat those tacos better.
Eat those tacos. And then there's also there's also a few microphone attachments. There was one for the GameCube, for Mario Party games.
That's right.
But I don't think any other game used. Oh, Odama. Remember Odama? Odama
yeah.
was a
Microphone?
voice-activated pinball game
That's right.
for the GameCube.
Holy shit.
That's an
Strange.
obscure
Major
one.
failure too,
Strange.
right?
A total major
They had
failure.
big high hopes with that one.
Odama you can still buy Odama for GameCube for $10 brand new.
Really nice
in
box,
package.
the big fat box and the artwork, if I'm remembering
Oh
correctly.
yeah, you won't get that with it. You just
Oh.
get the
Yeah,
Do you
basic.
not own it?
Oh, I do. It's probably still in the shrink wrap.
Ha.
Wait, actually, let's look.
Right.
This one right here. I bet it's in the shrink wrap.
Yep. Yeah, you could get it with the microphone.
Oh no, it's actually open.
Ooh, it's open. You could get it with the microphone in a nice bigger box.
It's like practically brand new though, right? I
Nice.
bet it's
Shiny as fuck.
never even pulled out.
Look at that.
That was the
time.
first.
I used to love the little game. It was so durable.
It even smells new. Like you can smell the plastic. Like, I love the smell of new
The
games.
sweet smell of plastic.
You know what I miss? A good
It's
new
so
release on a PSP game. For some reason, I used to love releases of PSP games. I used to,
Yeah, I love PSP games.
Yeah.
Those stupid UMDs that would break.
Yeah.
They're so fragile.
Yeah, they were. But for
Loved
some
it.
reason, the instruction manual, you'd always get one. They still had them. You know,
yeah.
it was nice.
I miss instruction manuals.
Yeah, big time.
Totally, big
Well, that's
time.
what we have
Yeah.
the internet for now.
No, it's not the same. Fuck that.
Oh, it's not the same.
And then, oh wait, the Dreamcast must have had a microphone because it had that game Seaman with Leonard Nimoy's voice.
Yeah, I never played it though.
And you were talking to a little fish.
That's right. Must have.
Huh? There must have been a.
Huh.
That game was weird. I
It
loved
was weird looking. I never played it, but definitely saw the box a bunch of times. Weird.
Yeah, it's
It's
like
like a human face on the sea monkey.
in Leonard Nimoy's voice, which is even stranger. And then finally, which you probably already know because if you watched yesterday's episode of True and False, Alessandro, one of our very loyal game
Very
cats
loyal.
and
Our
video game
battery
True
is
and
blinking.
False. It's
Yeah.
okay. Breaking the fourth wall.
All right.
All right. He wrote, "While I appreciate Brian's magnificent speaking voice, I love that I screwed up at just the right time.
Yeah.
I kind of liked hearing all three hosts taking turns reading. Don't know if that will be the standard going forward, but I wouldn't totally be against it." Now, the only reason I bring this up after the fact is that a little sweaty.
No, my eyes.
Oh no, the cat.
Yeah.
Hey, Cuba. The reason I bring it up is
It's
because Aless made a suggestion and we totally
did.
we totally did it.
Followed through.
We did.
Yeah.
So
was
if
fun.
you have any suggestions for anything that we're doing, let us know because this is your show too. We absolutely want to make sure that you're enjoying the weekly games cast.
Right.
This isn't the easiest thing to schedule, all of us getting together. So we definitely want to make sure it's worth our while and your while to watch it.
Right. Customize the
Definitely
show.
your while.
Tell us what beverage we're gonna drink, what shirt to wear.
I'm okay with all of this.
I would do it as long as it's not an energy drink.
And naked.
Oh my
Yo,
gosh,
naked.
no more
Number-
espresso.
Episode 70. What? No more espresso.
No more espresso.
No.
I mean, just because I gotta go to bed right after this, so I don't
seriously,
drink
though.
coffee or energy drinks at
Allergies,
this
man.
hour.
Well, so I guess we should let Jeremy go to bed. Support us on Patreon.
Shut down.
Ew.
Or,
All right.
Jeremy, you're a robot.
like Vicky the robot.
Vicky.
Yeah.
Vicky.
There's no way you know what Vicky the robot is. I
There's
think we
no way.
discussed this.
There's no way.
Yeah. Do you even know who
I went-
Soleil
I went-
Moonfry is?
I went to
Who's that?
Soleil
where did I go?
Moonfry.
Vicky. I
I'm gonna
went
send it to you
Dexter's laboratory that time.
telepathically. Ready? I just did. It's a show from the 80s.
How'd that work?
Did it have anything to do with Vicky?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say I know what Vicky's all about.
Yeah. Punky Brewster.
Oh, I was never a Punky Brewster fan.
Well.
But you're talking about for Vicky, Small Wonder.
Small
right?
Wonder, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I went Dexter's Laboratory.
For the Midnight Games Cast, I'm Brian. That's Jeremy. This is Michelle, and we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Okay, wait. 80s television shows. Small Wonder was the one. Vicky was the robot.
Yeah, Jamie, the brother, and she got put in the closet at night. Yeah.
Oh, right. Which, probably was she blonde?
Yeah. Why didn't Jamie, knowing that
This
there was a
time I
robot,
might-
he could have programmed her to do, like, sexual things. And shame on the dad, too. If he made this robot so in depth that he put, like, or what did he do when it was the butt area? Did he go into depth or did he just leave it microchip butt? Didn't she question it? Dad, father, what is going on?
Father.
If you're gonna,
She's a very human-like robot, besides the speech, She wasn't
have you ever seen Small
She wasn't
Wonder?
very human-like, actually.
I feel like I've seen a little bit of it. I don't want to claim too much, though.
I wonder what it's like now.
It sounds wicked familiar. It does.
I want to YouTube it and watch it and see what it's like. That might be terrifying.
Horrible.
I'll YouTube it.
Probably horrible.
Figure it out.
She just vacuumed. It was like child slave labor.
She was a vacuum, though, wasn't she?
She was, I don't know. Did she vacuum herself?
Use, like, her arm
could
as
she
a
do
vacuum?
something?
Oh, no. I'm thinking of, like, maybe the Jetsons or something. What was the show where... Oh, God, it was this dude, I don't know if... maybe it was Jack, was the guy's name.
Yeah.
And he was a mannequin. But and every time he took off his hat, his little kind of golf cap, he became a mannequin. But every time someone walked by and they put it on his head, he became a person again.
Not Frosty?
I
No.
have vague recollection of this.
Yeah. It's called, like, Saturday Special, or...
Comment below.
Is
But
it Saturday Special? Is that
That was
right?
probably coming out of the tail end of the 70s into the early 80s.
It could have been very early 80s. It could have been late. It could have been mid 80s. As a kid, it all kind of runs together.
Yeah.
But I do think that the band Jack's Mannequin got it. They must have gotten their.
Is that where they got
they
their name
must have
from?
gotten their name from that show.
Holy crap, I haven't thought about that band in a long
I
time.
love Jack's Mannequin.
I do, too.
What band did that guy come from? Because it was a side project for something, right? Then
Was it?
bigger than the actual project?
I don't know, but I remember falling in love with Jack's Mannequin
So
for
good.
a while.
Yeah.
There's no the character in the movie Mannequin's name wasn't Jack, was it?
No, that was. Oh, maybe. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Mannequin.
You remember the
Mannequin-
movie Mannequin?
Do you remember the sequel to the movie Mannequin?
I never
We
watched
should
it.
Google
no.
if
It was
where they
real
got
bad.
their
Really?
band
Yeah.
name from.
Weekend at Bernie's. That's another like good 80s, later 80s movie.
Did you see the sequel to Weekend at
I
Bernie's?
did. It was so bad. The
Where is-
voodoo. Remember the voodoo moving around?
I think that's it.
I
Oh,
told
did
you.
it die? Oh, it did.